Heidi Ho. I'm back. It has been a rough 3 weeks, people. I'm sorry. I totally didn't realize that I should have vlogged last week because I know you're all like, hanging on the edge of your seats waiting on me. So, here we are again. Coffee, cheese, cigarettes, and 20,000 words. Kaput. I was at 70,000 words, rolling right along last week. And then I went over my schmeg. Schmeg. Hated it, hated it, hated it. Something that's really, really important, especially, I think, probably in a contemporary, is to, you can do all you want. Talk, 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 but you have to be doing something to move the story forward. And there was a whole lot of talking going on, and a little woo-hoo going on, but not a whole lot of action going on, other than, the woo-hoo. So, yeah, I get, oh, that's Pebbles outside the door. She's ready for her close-up, Mr. DeMille. She doesn't like to be locked out of my office, but, that's just too daggone bad at this point. So anyway, like I said, I ripped out 20,000 words and dumped it all. Didn't save a single thing. Might have rethought that now, because there are a couple little lines in there that might have worked out, but it just wasn't working out for me. I just didn't love it, and I wasn't moving the story ahead. I was sort of stagnant, sitting like, water that's sat for a long, long time and is slimy. It just wasn't working out. So, and I also broke to write a proposal for my agent for potentially another accidental. Fingers crossed, folks, that my lovely editor will like it, and my agent, because, nothing gets past the Elaine-inator without her approval. So, anyway, I don't know. I just didn't love where the story was going, and I loved it up to that point, and I struggled so hard. So I took a couple of days to write the proposal, and really just took a breather, sort of caught my breath, and rethunk where I was going. And something else that's really hard too is typically, if I have a secondary character in my paranormals that's integral to the plot or whatever, like for instance in Kiss in Hell, Delaney has Marcella, who is a demon, and Marcella got her own story there, but for the grace of God, in My Way to Hell, which comes out next year in July of 2010. And I have to say that typically I don't do much but introduce them, what they mean to the heroine or the hero, and then I, give them their own story. But this time, Maxine's got a friend, and her name is Lenore, Len for short, because I'm not much of a frou-frou girly kind of, I know you find that hard to believe, because look at this. Oh, this is another Vera Wang, by the way. $20, I'm just saying. And it says Vera Wang, and for whatever vain, shallow, vapid reason, it makes me feel good. Okay? It has a label. Anyway, Lenore is very integral to the plot because she's who helps Maxine learn to suck it up. Lenore is an ex-trophy wife. Well, she's widowed, but she was once a trophy wife and now is not, and started her own wedding planning business, and she's got a man, and they are wonking each other a little, well, okay, a lot, which was also part of my 20,000 word dump. They were sort of, getting busy a lot, and I was depicting that, and that shouldn't have been my main focus, and so I had to rethink that. But it's hard when you put a secondary character in there and give them a story. So it fills things up, and you have things going on, but it's also hard to split your focus. I forget often. So often, like, I don't even know most days when I wake up if I'm Dakota or, like, I don't know, Idaho. You know what I'm saying? I forget, and you have to keep track of all the little details and things that you don't think are significant. maybe 3 chapters down the road. So, you know, like I always say that I use the sticky notes and stuff. But sometimes, and then I forget that I did actually put it on a sticky note. And I go all the way back through the story and get really frustrated to find that one stupid little detail. And I have it on a sticky note. Yeah, I know. I need somebody to... Oh, speaking of needing someone to help me, I hired Justine. She's my virtual assistant. Thank God. Thank Jesus and all 12 I found her, because she's been hugely helpful in, you know, just organizing a lot of stuff that I was sort of losing control of. My Facebook, my tweets, whatever. Speaking of tweets and Twitter, I just want to say, first of all, Brittany, stop showing me your snatch and your boobies. A, I don't want to look at nobody who's got better boobies than I do, so I'm not going to follow you. Don't bother to follow me. B, that spam is really irritating. But here's a thought. I am an infamous multitasker. I feed off of the energy to being able to do 2 things, 3 things at once. So a lot of times when I'm writing at night, I'll tweet and hit Twitter to see what's going on. Not a lot's going on because most everybody, it seems, is asleep or in bed where they should be, instead of crazy people like me. But I do that a lot. I'm a infamous multitasker, because or I'll, you know, post to my group or, you know, email or whatever, because for whatever reason, that interaction with other people, and I'm a huge people person. I'm not, you know, the kind of writer who's introverted. Well, no, actually, that's not true. You know what my BFF Michelle Bardsley said to me? She said that I am introverted. I know. Who knew? I am introverted because I love to meet people and talk and fans and whatever, but when I'm done, I'm done. Like when I do a convention, I talk all day long, and I go back to my room and I just want to sit in the fetal position in the corner. Oh, there's Milo and Tallulah. Everybody wants in. So I typically go back to my room and I shut everything out, you know? So that means I'm introverted, which is so strange because I always thought I was an extrovert. But anyway, that seems to help me a great deal with my dialogue and my thought process, because my head moves a mile a minute constantly. Another problem when I write, I get things going, and I don't know when to stop. So I've learned to, and it's all about pacing. You know, you want things to happen and have impact at a certain time. So it had to go. That's all. So there, it's gone. Take that. Now I'm feeling really much better about it and the direction I'm taking. And in fact, my agent emailed me last week and she was like, "Where are you and what are you doing?" And I guess she's used to, you know, hearing from me. I'm not very needy. Only every once in a while. Ask her. Her name is Elaine Spencer. She's awesome. Yeah. I'm not needy. I'm usually pretty quiet, so I think she thought maybe, but I mean, now I have all this work. Usually at this time of the year, I have nothing, so I'm moaning and crying, and now I have all this work with the contemporaries and the paranormal, so it's been a little nutty, but I feel much better about where I'm going now, I think, and I hope you guys will too. So Maxine is progressing. She's, you know, getting on her feet, and Campbell and her not on their feet. They're off their feet a little here and there, and things are going pretty good. So I'm sorry I missed last week. I know that you guys all wept and, you know, took like a day, sat Shiva over me. I have to run because we're almost at the 10-minute mark, and you know what that means, don't you? YouTube goes and cuts you off. So I'll be back again in a couple of weeks. I'll be close to done. Won't that be crazy? Oh my God. So, everybody, come back. Come on. And stop emailing me and post on the blog, you big chicken lurkers. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Okay? Or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Sorry. 2